When you need help or advice, you turn to your parents or a trusted friend for help. So why go outside of Virginia, your home, when you need car insurance? Able Insurance gives you individual attention and won't turn you away no matter what your driving record looks like. Giving same-day personal service in the state of Virginia for over 30 years. Able Insurance, 979-0814 is the number. AbleInsurance.com is the site.
I want the whole world spin my record. Cheryl, the Hooded Styles, check game, stay free records. Oh, shorty girl, afraid to death and I'm massaging. Bad news, even be massaging. I got a city hip, I be massaging. Pinky rings on my finger, I'm massaging. I got a speedboat concert cause I massage. I coming through about a whole Econo Lodge. I be massaging. I be massaged. I'm coming through with Cadillacs and massaging. Yeah, boats I'm constantly massaging. I got GPS, I be massaging. I catch croaker fish cause I'm massaging. I like a macaroni plate, I be massaging. Even oodles and noodles, I be massaging. Straight out the ghetto, cause I'm massaging. I got ice around my neck cause I'm massaging. Or even gold teeth, I'm massaging. A pinky ring iced out cause I'm massaging. I got 100.
What up, 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 doe? We back, man. Ballhawk here, man. Welcome to the Ballhawk Show podcast. Live call-in show. I know it's been a minute, man, but we back at it again. The number 760-695-1106. Shout out to my sponsor, Able Insurance, service in the state of Virginia for over 30 years. That's Able Insurance. .com. Holler at Billy and Charlene White for all your insurance need. Business, home, car, any insurance, they got you, man. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube. If you've been looking for me on YouTube, man, I had to start a new channel. So just search the Ballhawk Show and it should pop up. All my subscribers that I had in the last channel, I apologize, but it just came out the blue right after Thanksgiving. Well, the Thanksgiving week, YouTube took it down. Say I violated something, but I don't know what I violated. But, you know, we won't complain. We just start a new one. But today's show, man, we're going to talk about the NFL. God dang it, I forgot my notes. That's all right, man. I had a bunch of notes for y'all to talk about various games, break down what I saw in various games, but I forgot my notes downstairs in the car, but who needs it? So we're going to jump right into it. So I'm going to put the number in the live, both of the live streams, man. You can definitely call in and talk about any game that you want to talk about. And that's what we're going to do. Any hot topics you want to discuss, we'll definitely talk about that. And don't be afraid, man. Don't be scared. No, don't be scared, man. Don't be scared of this work. You know, all you guys who interact with me on social media, on various platforms, man, when I do my live call-in show, make sure you call in. You can give your little stage name. You don't got to give your alias. So, you know, just in case you say something disrespectful, your job won't catch up with you. You know, we're in a day and age right now to where people try to get you fired for saying stuff. So we ain't going to do that here, yo. But I guess since I got a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans as friends and followers, why don't we talk about the Cowboys first, shall we? I mean, that's what we need to do. We need to talk about the Cowboys game. We need to recap the Dallas Cowboys game and what happened to them. I don't mind you losing. You guys on the high horse, you beat the Saints, you beat my Eagles. You know, you guys, you had me bragging about you like, damn, man, y'all got a shot. You almost there. But then you let the Colts. I knew something was wrong when Vegas had the Colts winning. They talk about Andrew Luck, you know, the season he's having, that he's back. He should get comeback player of the year. You know, Colin Cowherd talking about how elite of a quarterback he is and why Patrick Mahomes isn't better than Andrew Luck and why Aaron Rodgers isn't better than Andrew Luck. Then you mess around and not only did the Colts beat y'all 23-0, they were more physical. They were more physical than y'all. Because like I said, you guys come in, y'all was rolling, especially defensively. And I don't want to say your defense really lost that game for y'all, but ain't nowhere in the world that offense is supposed to get shut out. Not the way Amari Cooper been playing, not the way that Zeke been running the football, and even Dak been, at least for halves at a time, been playing good. I know the public enemy is always Dak Prescott. He's the guy you could just say, we don't need him. He getting on my nerves. We need to trade him. We don't need to pay him. We need to get another quarterback. We need to do this. We need to do that. And I always say, yeah, you may need to do this and need to do that. But I don't know, man. When it comes to the quarterback position, man, you got to stop looking at the other side all the time. You know what I'm saying? You just have to. Like, look around the NFL. We could go through every team and just look at every team, and I guarantee you there's some complaints about their quarterback. No matter the only team that you probably won't hear complaints about their quarterback is probably Phillip Rivers and Drew Brees and Tom Brady. You hearing rumblings about Jared Goff right now. 6 interceptions in the last 2 games, 7 in his last 3, I believe. He had 7 in all the games leading up to these last 3 games. Well, 6. Well, no. He got 6 in the last 3 games. He had 7 coming to these last 2 games, and now he got 6 for a total of 13. But I don't know. Dak Prescott was 24-39, 206 yards, 1 interception. I know he had it was a lot of drop balls, but you know they're not going to talk about it. Ezekiel Elliott, 18 carries, 87 yards. I think he had 16 touches in like the first couple of series alone. So he ended up with 18 carries, and how many catches did he have? He had 7 catches. So that can be a franchise guy for $18 million, not 30 plus. He's got to stop holding the ball for 29 seconds. Yeah, so yeah, Dak. So Zach got. So look, yes, Dak has his deficiencies. We all know Dak's deficiencies. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. We know how the Cowboys are built. The same. So here's my thing to true Cowboy fans, not clown boy fans. True Cowboy fans know that there we go. Somebody said that Scott Linehan is the issue. 703. Let me go ahead, pat you in. Scott Linehan is an issue as well. You gotta. I like when Kurt Warner broke down Dak Prescott's film. You know, with the double post versus cover 3, how you gotta attack with that outside post and not check down. Like those type of things are the type of things I like to see. It's not about him holding the ball. It's just about him not being aggressive. And I think that's the thing with Dak. Dak doesn't want to be the guy that mess up. 703, what's good with you, baby?
Hawk, what up, man? It's Larry Simmons over here.
Larry, what's good with you, boy?
Hey, man, congratulations on all your success, brother. You keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm out here stuck on 288 out here in Richmond, coming home from work. But I heard you talk about the Cowboys, and it sounded like you were just chiming in on the on Kurt Warner breaking down the Dak Prescott film, where, you know, I think that's a real good thing that you did, because a lot of people don't see the whole field. They don't see, you know, routes that are missed or route combinations of things that happen in the background. But, you know, I think Dak is just average at best, but he could get better. But, you know, it's going to take coaching. They got to keep pounding the rock with Zeke. And, you know, even as an Eagles fan, you know, they got a shot, but it's I'm secretly hoping for a collapse, though, really, you know, coming out the strip.
Stephen A. Smith right now.
Secretly hoping for a collapse. But, you know what I'm saying, if Dak is, you know, they say it all the time, he dinks and dunks on the field, and, you know, you look at his completion percentages and say, oh, you know, he's completing 75% of his passes. Well, did you see the passes? Did you see what he's completing? You know, the stats could be misleading. So, you know, he can do a lot better. He's got Amari Cooper. He got Zeke. He got the tools. So it's I feel like there should be no more excuses after the season for the Cowboys and why they should be struggling.
No, I feel you. That's definitely a great assessment, man. 310, you off mute also whenever you want to chime in. Can you hear me?
How you doing, guys? Yep, it's Tom. How you doing?
What's up, Tom? How you been, man?
I'm doing good. I'm literally just tuned in, so whatever you guys are talking about, I can just kind of hop in at some point.
Oh, okay. So we were just talking about the Cowboys first because I got a lot of Cowboy followers just breaking down their game versus Indianapolis and how the thing that surprised me the most about that game was how physical Indianapolis was versus the Cowboys. How they came out and smashed them in the mouth, and the fact they had a 100-yard rusher also. Marlon Mack came out and ran the ball very well, 5 yards a carry on 27 carries for 139 yards, 2 touchdowns. Andrew Luck only threw the ball 27 times. Here's a guy that's known to throw the ball 50 times, it seemed like every damn game. So they went against the grain because I felt like the way to beat the Cowboys, if I was Andrew Luck, was throwing the football. But the fact they came out and ran the football and controlled the line of scrimmage really caught Dallas off guard. But I understand why, because Frank Wright came from Philly, and if I'm not mistaken, one of the coaches on Indianapolis defense, I think, used to coach with the Cowboys, so it's a lot of familiarity also. So, you got anything you want to chime in about that?
I was a little shocked by the score and by the outcome of the game, but at the same time, I wasn't like unbelievably shocked because I don't actually think the Cowboys are that good, and I think that what's played out here is the best case for them. In the sense that, look, that Amari Cooper trade looks pretty good now. If it's gone the other way, I mean, that could have been a top 10 pick, maybe even a little bit worse. They'll make the playoffs. But the Cowboys, if I'm a Cowboys fan, I'd be a little nervous about the team overperforming that much because I don't want Dak Prescott signed to a $120 million contract, and I don't want Jason Garrett to actually stay the coach. And so I think that there's I just don't think they're that good, and at best they're inconsistent. Like Dak is at best an inconsistent QB. Garrett has no ability to adjust in game at all. The guy is what he is. He's been a terrible coach for 5 to 6 years. He's a terrible coach now just because they went on a 4-game winning streak doesn't really change that. So I'm not necessarily stunned by anything that happens with the Cowboys just because I don't think they're very good.
Okay. No, I agree with that. I think the Cowboys defense playing at a high level, offense is just very inconsistent, but it's just hard to not be confident in Dallas just because of Zeke and how special he is, and like you said, talking about the Amari Cooper trades. But I can understand why it could be trepidation with the Cowboys just because of Dak and the play call and how it seemed like they always put him behind the sticks. In the games that they won leading up until this game, they stayed in front of the sticks and they executed well, and they made the game easier for him, and they didn't ask him to do that much. I mean, he had 39 pass attempts, but that's just because they got down early. They went for that 4th and 1 in the red zone where they should have just kicked the field goal after the first one was blocked. So, it's just a lot of things that's going on. You got something else to add?
No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So, and last thing about the Cowboys, all you Cowboy fans, I need to ask y'all something about Dak Prescott and Zeke wearing these damn long sleeves, getting fined $13,000 a game. I think they wore these long sleeves for the past, 5 or 6 games, just giving away money, and everybody complaining and said the NFL is picking on them. And my thought is, they know the rules. Once you've been fined once, do you really think the NFL going to stop fining you for wearing these long sleeves? Is it petty? It can be viewed as petty, but it's a uniform policy. And you may have to wear blue sleeves, or the sleeves can't be too baggy. It's just dumb that they keep wearing the damn sleeves like the NFL is not going to continue to fine them. So for you Cowboy fans, man, the rule may be dumb, but it's a daggone rule. So we're going to go ahead and move right along. A game I want to talk about, the biggest upset of the season so far, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles defeating the Rams. Nobody saw that coming, especially with Nick Foles starting for Carson Wentz, who has a serious back injury. And for them to come out and win 30-23 when they were a 13-point underdog out in L.A. with the red hot team, even though the Bears cooled them down, this is still the Hollywood Rams. Jared Goff and McVay, they can do no wrong. You got Todd Gurley up for MVP, also with Aaron Donald for MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. And for the Eagles just to come in there and serve them, shut the hell up juice, and Alshon Jeffrey to have 160 yards receiving. Nick Foles played a good game. Didn't have any touchdown passes, but had 270 yards passing, I believe. No touchdowns, 1 interception. And it seems like Cooper Kupp is really missed by the Rams. I mean, people may not know who that guy is, but he's the intermediate slot guy for the Rams, and he keeps the chains moving. He garners a lot of attention because the completion rate between Goff and Kupp is over 70%. So anytime he throws his vicinity, it's a completion. But the question was posed to me, and I'm going to pose this question to you since you're online with me. Has the NFL figured out Coach McVay? What are your thoughts on that? Can you hear me? I guess I lost him. So I'm going to ask you, Facebook and YouTube, has the NFL figured out Coach McVay, or is this just the season for you? You know, you're rolling early in the year, you're scoring a lot of points, and then you kind of hit up a rut in the season to where, you know, Todd Gurley's banged up, Cooper Kupp's hurt. You had Akeem Talib come back. He was still banged up. Marcus Peters is about to fight a Philly fan in the stands. Like, where you from? What set you from? I just want to know. I know how we are as fans. Do you feel like the NFL has figured McVay out and that you don't think they'll do well in the playoffs anymore because of these past 2 games? When you look, and everybody loves numbers. When you look at the numbers, Jared Goff still threw for 339 yards, but he had 2 interceptions, attempted 54 passes. Gurley only had 12 carries for 48 yards, but he did have 2 touchdowns. The Rams are actually 6-0 this season when Todd Gurley has at least 20 carries. So is that the magic number? Carries, not touches, 20 carries. So let me see what y'all are saying. Goff is the most overrated quarterback in the league. Other teams will eventually catch on with more film to study. Rams have been exposed. Jerry has been exposed. He can't handle pressure up the middle. Yeah, now I do want to say that. It seems like teams and the Eagles copied the Bears, and the Eagles have the front 4 to really get pressure on you, similar to the Bears. Not saying we have a Khalil Mack type, but the Eagles do have the defensive line to really cause hell on the Rams' offensive lines. But here's the thing that jumped out to me the most about that game, and it was the fact that the Philadelphia Eagles secondary, I don't know what the hell they ate and what they watched before the game and what they did all week, but I need that secondary to show up every damn game. That secondary played good. It was everywhere. Some people saying, well, y'all was just playing prevent defense. Regardless, it was just the game plan of, hey, we're gonna keep everything in front of us. You're not gonna get behind us, and it worked to their favor. I know we got up, like 30-13, and they made a little run late. And damn it, matter of fact, it was at our 12-yard line the last play of the game. So we still showing that it's hard for us to finish. But let's go ahead and talk about Nick Foles, right? Nick Foles, Philadelphia's favorite son. After the first 2 games of the year this season, a lot of you Philadelphia fans did not want to see Nick Foles anymore. You wanted Carson Wentz back. Now that Nick Foles is back, because Carson Wentz has been struggling and our offensive play calling has been terrible, because anytime you have a generational talent or a franchise quarterback, these offensive coordinators feel like they have to put all the reins and onus on you just because. It's the same thing you see in Minnesota with Kirk Cousins, but we'll talk about him a little later. The thing that I dislike about coaches these days is that when they have these quarterbacks that they know can win you games with their arm, they rely on it a little too much. They become one-dimensional, and you put stress on that talent a little too much. The one thing I love about when Nick Foles is in the game is that we utilize the running game and utilize every weapon that we have. We go into our bag. Our game plan is so much better. You saw it in the playoffs. You saw it last night. It's just so much better. And Nick Foles can sling that hole down the field. That's one thing about Nick Foles. He throwing very good deep ball. And Alshon Jeffrey love when Nick Foles is starting because that's who he finds. He looked for Alshon Jeffrey. Nick Foles love Alshon Jeffrey. Carson Wentz, we know who he loves. He loves Zach Ertz. That's his favorite receiver, Zach Ertz. When all else fails or every time he dropped back, Carson Wentz always looking at Zach Ertz. But Nick Foles, he looking for Alshon. He needs chunk yards. Welcome back, Alshon Jeffrey. 8 catches, 160 yards, 20 yards per catch. And that's with a key to lead back and with the ball hawking Marcus Peters back there, who they haven't been. The Rams defense haven't been living up to the names that they have back there. We're going to go ahead and say that. Aaron Donald, living up to his name. And Ndamukong Suh, not living up to his name. Akeem Talib been hurt. Marcus Peters, he been more known for being Ron Artest and trying to fight people in the stands and talking trash to everybody and being too real in the locker room than being that ball hawk we saw when he was in Kansas City. Simple as that. And I like Marcus Peters. I ride with Marcus Peters. That's my guy. But he hasn't lived up to the name. So finally, the Rams offense has sputtered. Finally, Jared Goff has thrown 4 interceptions in the game versus the Bears. Then he turns around and throws 2 interceptions in the game versus the Eagles. So the past 2 games, 0 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? So I just need everybody to relax. There's no quarterback controversy. There's no quarterback controversy in Philly. We know who Nick Foles is. Nick Foles is a good quarterback. You can't count Nick Foles times with the Rams and Jeff Fisher against him, because Jeff Fisher, the only quarterback he never killed was Steve McNair. That's how great of a quarterback Steve McNair was. Think about that. Think about all the quarterbacks that Jeff Fisher ever had, and they all look like trash can juice with him. Every single one of them. Even Sam Bradford looked worse than what he was with him. When Nick Foles went to the Rams, trash. Case Keenum was with the Rams, trash. And now I know this season Case Keenum looked like some trash, but you know what I'm saying. But the Eagles still got a shot. It's going to take the Cowboys losing their last 2 games, which I don't think will happen. But that's all I got to say about this game, man. Welcome back, Tricky Nick, and keep slinging that ball. The Houston Texans won. They continue to roll. I think they actually got one of the top seeds in the AFC. They sitting at 10-4 right now. Deshaun Watson, 22 of 28, 294 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then that bad man, the other bad man known as DeAndre Hopkins, 10 catches, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yo, I'm telling you, dog, that dude a beast. You know what I'm saying? Man said the Eagles just came to play, getting them credit, but don't count the Rams out. Is the NFL. I don't think anybody's going to count the Rams out. They're just trying to figure out if the Rams have been figured out. I think that's the biggest question. Let me see what else y'all saying. Hey, Blaze, the number is 760-695-1106. I put it back in the Gizank. Let me put it back in the Facebook feed. If y'all just tuning in, Ball Hawk Show is sponsored by Able Insurance. Go to ableinsurance.com for all your insurance needs. And make sure you go to sthujuice.com. Get your Shut the Hell Up Juice apparel. You better hurry up and order quick if you want it by Christmas. I know that much. I do know that much. But what other games do y'all want to talk about? Oh, we got to talk about the Redskins, right? Because I know I got some Redskins fans in here. Shout out to my man, Javon. So, the Redskins won with their 4th quarterback who just got drafted in the AAF. He come in with the Redskins and beat the Jaguars. Now, the Jaguars quarterback is some pure D trash can juice. I'm telling you, he is straight ass. Cody Kessler is some ass. 57 yards. That's it. 9 for 17, 57 yards. 1 interception. Josh Johnson, 16 for 25, 151, 1 touchdowns, no turnovers. He was sacked 3 times. He also had 9 scrambles for 49 yards. Adrian Peterson had 19 carries for 51 yards. Yo, Kessler led them in rushing, too, with 68 yards. Where's Leonard Fournette ass at? 46 yards. You should be ashamed of yourself. They leading receiver, D.D. Westbrook, had 21 yards receiving. Man, I would have slapped Cody Kessler with my damn sticking gloves. What up, Blaze? What's good with you?
What up, player?
What's good, man? I just finna talk about your Cowboys, man. What's your assessment of the squad, yo?
Hey, man, them boys didn't come ready to play. You know how that be. They thought it was sweet because, I follow them on Instagram. They was getting off the plane, dancing, smiling, and I've been watching them the last few weeks. They had the stone face, like, we here to work, but they getting all smiling, trying to look like a GQ model and shit. You feel me? They just ain't come to play, man.
Yeah, man. I just felt like
they got
go ahead.
Started the game to the end. No, I said they got punched in the mouth from the start of the game to the end. The boy Leonard gave us hell.
Yeah. I felt like the Colts was physical, man. They surprised me how they kind of out physical y'all. You know, they was coming to hit y'all in the mouth. They won up front, which I was surprised. I don't know how much. I didn't even pay attention. How much did Sean Lee play? Did he play a lot? Did he start?
He was like spotty. He came in a few games, was out a few plays. You know, he really didn't play a lot. They being real careful with him because you know that hamstring ain't nothing to mess with.
Yeah. Because then your young boy been playing good.
Now the thing is, if you watch the game, they took our game plan and beat us with it. They was physical with the ball, running the ball, and smacked us in the mouth, and made Dak beat them. And you know, when you got to make Dak throw over about 25, 30 times, this is no good.
No, I agree with that, man. That's the one thing about Dak. Dak is a manager of the game. He's better off play action passes. He's better, when he's moving, has movement in the pocket. And like you said, man, you just can't have him playing from behind the sticks because his mentality is not to force balls down the field. He's going to be safe. He doesn't want to be the reason y'all lose, and that's just Dak, man. I mean, and Scott Linehan got to know that as well. That's why I always look at Scott Linehan like, yo, man, I'm a observer, and I would know how to play call for Dak. Like, I'm running Zeke first down. Like, everybody in America gonna know I'm running Zeke first down. You don't know where I'm gonna run him to, but I'm gonna get positive yards on first down.
Yeah, the thing is, everybody blame the coaches. Garrett is what Garrett is. I watch. I dig deep into the Cowboys. You know how I am. I watch it. Garrett has the locker room. I will give him that. He has the locker room. They love him. But Scott Linehan is the one that I've been saying all year. He needs to go. It's too pedestrian a play calling. You got all these playmakers, and you keep calling these stale-ass plays. And then, they run a one good play with Amari on the reverse, and then they do the same drive plays that's coming to the point where, I watch the game. I know what we're about to run. And even, on 3rd and 9, you're throwing screens. Come.
No, that's facts. That's facts, man. It just amazed me because, I know the Colts been playing well. I know Andrew Luck been in his bag this year. Probably won't come back player of the year. But I was just amazed that, this is the first time a team been shut out in it was 2008 or 7, something crazy. It's a long ass time. And with the rules,
2003, bro.
2003. That's crazy. That says a lot right there. Ain't no living that down right there. You got shut out of a football game. So y'all got the Bucks and the Giants last. I don't suspect the Cowboys will lose the next 2 games. The Bucks, they go down the field. They just played a nasty game versus the Ravens due to the elements, but they got one of the best passing offenses in the NFL. But Jameis is known to throw to the other jersey a lot. And then we know the Giants. They trash. So I definitely see the Cowboys securing their playoff spot and representing the NFC East. The Eagles just shit the bed this year, and they just wanted to watch from the crib. All the Eagle fans want to talk trash, wanted to shut the hell up juice for a little while.
Man, I keep it real about y'all, man. Y'all can get in there. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all did. You got to realize, with Foles doing that, if y'all beat the Texans, I see y'all gonna get in there. The Texans is gonna be really your hard challenge because your quarter is gonna be tested. Deshaun Watson is gonna throw that ball to that man, and y'all gonna have to be ready.
That man, yes sir, he is a grown man. They got 2 of them because Demaryius Thomas on the other side. 2 grown
but man, D-Hop, man, you put the ball near D-Hop, he gonna catch it.
Oh yeah, he gonna get that.
Yeah,
I did want to transition and talk about the best game that was actually played on Thursday, and that was the Chargers and the Chiefs. That game right there was live right there. That was a great game right there. Man.
That game lived up, and it was more like a game I like. Everybody keeps saying the Rams and the Chiefs was the best game of the year, but I like defense. So I like the Chargers and the KC because it was more realistic. Y'all both putting up 51-something points. That's not realistic, but a 28-29 game. I like that was the best game of the year to me because it was defense played in that game. You feel me?
Yeah, and the Chargers got the secondary that could hold the Chiefs in check. And what can you say about Derwin James, man, as a rookie coming in?
You remember, Hawk, all summer I wanted that man.
Yep.
And I'm cool with LVE. He didn't, but man, I just know we had Derwin in that secondary because that's where we weak at. If you notice, a lot of people take shots where Jeff Heath is at, and
yeah.
you got Derwin there, with Derwin and Xavier Woods, that's better for the secondary. But like I said, I'm not going to complain about the boy LVE because he damn sure doing his thing this year.
Oh, he balling. He balling. When Virginia played that Boise State last year, he was all over the field. And I was like, yo, who the hell is that tall-ass linebacker right there? Because he was flying around. That's the same thing I said about Jalen when Virginia played Notre Dame. I saw them when they came here. I was like, yo, who the hell is that linebacker right there? So it's crazy. Y'all got both of them.
Yeah, man. That's why I said we good. We just need to, from what I'm hearing, a lot of it is, they about to ready to toss that bag at early in the offseason and move Xavier Woods, the strong safety. Said, boy, they do that, the Cowboys defense is going to be even more hell.
Yeah.
And then what you going to do? You got two safeties that can cover. Both of them can hit, and Earl is that factor. Earl going to get them pick sixes. Said, boy, that Cowboys defense is going to be even more crazier next year. We get Earl on the squad.
Yeah, and I do want to, while we're talking about the Chargers and the Chiefs, when we get into I gotta just shout out that dog, my dog, Phillip Rivers, man. When people talk about elite quarterbacks of this era and start listing people who the top five, and they don't never put Phillip Rivers' name in there, man. All that dude do is get it done, yo. That's all he do. He's having one of his better years. He having more kids. He got like 9 kids now. He commute like 5 hours every day.
He's an elite quarterback and an elite baby maker.
I mean, to lead them back late in the game like that, and for them to go for 2, and for those 2 dumbass corners to not know combo in and out, so you could, man, oh my God, that damn elementary ass route combination that Andy Reid, but the offensive coordinator for the Chargers to run, your boy Scandrick ass got left out to dry, or either he got left out to dry, or the inside DB ain't get the call, because ain't nowhere in the world Mike Williams supposed to be wide ass open like that in a 2-point conversion. Not only did he make a great ass catch to essentially had a touchdown to go for 2, but then that was the easiest catch he had all game.
The thing is, bro, they got Scandrick playing out of position. Scandrick is not an outside cornerback. He's a slot cornerback.
Yeah, that's true. And they started going at Scandrick too. While you jiving, that's who they started going at on the outside.
Yeah, you see Scandrick on the outside. He's more like quick. He lost that speed because he's older now, obviously. But, that was his problem with us. He couldn't defend the outside. And then once we got Jordan Lewis and Brown, he became expendable. That's why we got rid of him. Yeah,
no, that's true. My homeboy Aaron said, get it done, win. Where's his ring, fam? Stop it. Hey, man, Phillip Rivers is very underrated because when you talk about quarterbacks he was drafted with, I think he's better than Eli, but of course Eli gonna get the nod because he got 2 rings. I'm not a ring guy, Aaron, and you know that because there's a lot of quarterbacks with multiple rings that people look at like, yeah, he still ain't that good. Like I always say, ain't nobody giving Rex Grossman for credit for winning 13 games the last time the Chicago Bears got to the playoffs.
Let's quickly ask him a question. Who would you rather have, Trent Dilfer or Phillip Rivers?
Oh, we know that's easy. Everybody going. Everybody. There's no diss to Trent because I think Trent is a great evaluator of the quarterback position. I love, his little Elite 11 thing that he does and seeing him on TV. But man, Phillip is a beast, man. Everything can't be measured on rings. I think in this day and age we got to stop throwing rings out there because it's so many moving parts in football. So many things that got to fall in line that. Sometimes you blessed with a great organization, great scouting department, great coordinators that stay together, a great head coach that could just get it done and always put the right pieces beside you. And we talking about like a guy like a Tom Brady or a guy like a Joe Montana, a guy like Terry Bradshaw. When you look at those organizations and how they ran them and how they scouted them and the players they got in there and the Hall of Famers and just great players around them, it lets you know that football is just more than just what we think that we see on Sunday. It's all week, all off season that leads them into that ring. And that's why I don't get into that ring argument too much. You think it's harder to play slot corner or play outside? I think it's harder to play outside just because you could get help from the linebackers buzzing. You can pick a side. I mean, it just depends on the defense. Like some defenses playing slot is easier just because the back is going to be there buzzing and spying, and they could chip the under route for you. You can always play top field shoulder. And then some of them, they leave your ass on the island because they playing some type of cover 8 or cover 1, and that safety not helping you. He helping the outside corner. So it just depends on the system.
That's what I was going to say. It really depends on that scheme because, man, you peep how the NFC East teams run defense. They run a lot of man on the outside, and you kind of on your own, So, especially if you're in a slot corner and, you got a lot of help in the middle and, a lot of defensive linemen are athletic. So, you also have the advantage of if somebody trying to throw in the middle, one of them big D linemen can jump up and, swat the ball.
Yeah. So it just depends on the player also because the great Deion Sanders was very transparent. He said there's nowhere in the world he could play the slot. He said he's not going in there. You got some dudes who thrive in the slot, and then if you move them to the outside, they're not as good because it doesn't play to their strength. Some guys could just play in space, bump and run you, trail you, chase you, but then you put them on that island, it just seems like it's just different. The muscle memory kicks in, and it's just not what they're used to, and they didn't master it. So I think it just depends on the player also and what they do the best and their physical abilities and things like that. But that is a good question, though, Tony. Me personally, I think it's harder to play outside. That's because I'm a smaller guy, and I feel like the inside is a little bit easier, and I know what my help is that I could just point to that mic or that wheel and just be like, Sam, and be like, yo, I'm going to push him, I'm going to funnel him into you, or check to the strong safety, hey, come down in this hole. I'm going to shade a certain way and clamp to the upfield shoulder, or I'm going to trail. So, yeah, man, it just depends.
Just like you said, like it also depends like how your body type is. Like, if you're like a shorter guy that's like quicker and whatnot, inside would be better for you, But if you like, for instance, say a Byron Jones or a Nambi, you got them long ass arms, you got some decent speed. It's easier for the outside. You got them long arms and shit that fuck with the passes.
Yeah, Namdi with some trash can juice in the slot. Good Lord.
He
came to the Eagles and put that boy in the slot, boy. He was getting eaten alive. That boy was damn sushi in that jank. My God.
Yeah, he wasn't really even ready for that NFC East defense, playing that island, putting you on the island. You're supposed to be a shutdown corner. He got exposed real bad.
I mean, we started putting him at like safety and nickel for some reason. That's why I was getting mad. Like, we didn't even have him on the island like you thought we would, man. But another game I want to talk about. Got to give a shout out to Lamar Jackson. 4-1 at the starter now. The Ravens win yet again. He ended up with just under 100 yards rushing. He had 95 yards rushing on 18 carries. Gus Edwards, their starting running back, had 19 carries for 104. Lamar also was 14 to 23, 131 yards, 1 touchdown. I think Lamar going to be all right in the league, man. I know a lot of people wary of him carrying the ball 15 to 20 times, but as long as he don't take devastating hits and he get out of bounds. I know everybody keeps saying you look at RG3. I don't compare him to RG3 because RG3 had knee problems in college. So that's why I don't even look at the RG3 situation. But I like Lamar, man. It reminds me of when he came into Louisville. What was his red shirt? Freshman year? No, red shirt freshman year. He came in the middle of the season. Then he became a full-time starter. And then the rest is history. Heisman Trophy, one of the most dangerous quarterbacks we've ever seen in our lifetime in college. And it's similar to what's going to happen in the NFL, man. And we got to get out this old Stone Age way of thinking that all quarterbacks got to be drop back guys. Some guys just outliers, and they just know how to get it done, man. So salute to Lamar. How to get Lamar some time.
People don't realize what Lamar Jackson brings. When he's on the field, your running back is going to get off more. It's that read option. So many people going to be scared of it. You know, they don't know if Lamar's going to run or he's going to run. So it's going to help your running back out, and a lot of people forget. When Russell Wilson came in the league, he was looking just like this, and he learned how to pass the ball.
That's a great point. That is a great point. Now, Russell was and I know people are going to say, well, he can throw. Yes, Russell was a more accomplished passer and was more capable than Lamar at this stage. But what Blaze is saying is that Russell showed growth because after his first two seasons, after they won the Super Bowl and after the year they got to the Super Bowl and they lost beast mode and Russell had to throw the ball more, it was apparent that he could get the job done throwing the football. Because once beast mode left, everybody felt like Russell Wilson was going to be like a middle-of-the-pack quarterback, but he started showing you he could throw that rock. Now everybody believes in Russell Wilson. Just got to give guys time, and I think that's the one thing we don't do in sports. We don't allow guys to truly develop because we want that return right now. My dog JaVale asked me, what do you think about the Wizards getting Ariza and the Canelo fight? Well, so as far as Trevor Ariza returning to the Wizards, y'all still some ass. No, I'm just playing with you. I like that move because right now y'all struggling, but y'all did just beat LeBron and the Lakers. John Wall went off for 40. All y'all was talking about John Wall need to be traded. Y'all need to shut the hell up, Juice. But Ariza gives you that defensive wing that I think you guys have been missing. He also a guy that can knock down them corner threes. He's just a glue guy that I think the Wizards definitely need because the Wizards are basically a Rucker Park team. They just like to run and gun. They don't run no plays. They just run and gun. That's why y'all ass right now, but y'all could get better. But right now, JaVale, y'all some ass. But you get better.
What it is, bro, they need to get rid of Scott Brooks. If you look at Scott Brooks, man, he don't ever really have control of his team. Because you remember when he was in OKC, Russell and them ain't run no plays. They did what the hell they wanted to do. And I always notice, like, teams that's coached by him don't got no structure. Like, watching the Wizards play, just like you said, it's like pick-up ball. It's John Wall, ISO, his shit don't work. We're going to give it to Bradley Beal and let him do something.
And my boy JaVale said, will Kyler Murray be drafted in the first 2 rounds? If I'm the NFL, I'm not touching him unless I know for sure he can play football. I'm not wasting the top 2 pick on Murray unless I know for sure. For sure. Now, people, y'all got to realize this. For all the folks talking about Lamar Jackson and how he going to struggle as a passer, you going to have the same questions about Murray. Murray is 5'8" and a quarter. You talking about breaking the dynamic of the stereotype. So for all the folks that got questions about Lamar, you gonna have to stay. Hey, I'm telling you, Murray gonna be put in the same box. I'm trying to forewarn y'all now. So I don't know if he'll get. I mean, hey, I know the Ty McShays. He got the machine behind him saying, he could be the number 1 overall pick, and that's great. But it's hard to turn down that baseball money, man. It's hard to turn that down. Good Lord. That's guaranteed money. 804, you off mute, fam. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Oh, T, what's good with you, boy?
What's good?
We back at it, man. We back in this live jank. We had to get it popping yet again.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that baseball money over that football money. It's not even a question.
It's not even a question.
Not even a question.
It's not up for debate.
Nah, we don't even got to do a whole lot of talking about that. Nah. That's
he already made that.
Big guarantee.
He got that $4.6 million already in the account. Let me get that.
Yeah. He good. I ain't got to take no hits.
Your career going on.
Yeah. No, he good, man. I mean, I love football. But
we all love football.
The money ain't nowhere as good as the baseball money. It can't touch it.
You know what I think is going to happen? I think this playoff going to determine a lot. If he ball out these next 2 games, he might go to the league, the NFL.
Yeah,
think so?
That's real.
If they could get the old contract, the Sam Bradford contract, he might. But with the new contracts for the rookies, I can't
Yeah.
see it, man.
It just, like I said, man, it just depends on the stereotype. You know, if they're going to come out the woodwork saying he's not a pocket passer, he's going to be a project, you know, it's all good that he may get more money right now. You know, they saying in football he could end up making, I guess, like, I don't know, 10 to 20 million versus 4.6. He get a 4.6 back. We talk about the next contract. You feel what I'm saying? Like in baseball, we know he can get that next one. Like they say he nice. I ain't never seen him play, but for him to get drafted where he got drafted, they say he nice in baseball. And when you nice in baseball, you got a nice career. JaVale, the number is 760-695-1106. I put it in the stream for you again. Oh, yeah, we got to get JaVale on here because he's going to talk about them Wizards. Oh, and to talk about the Canelo fight was what I thought it was, a high-priced farm match on DAZN. DAZN, y'all about to pay Canelo $365 million. You better go find them damn Charlo brothers. You better go get that Triple G if you want to get your return because after what I saw this past Saturday, that was disgraceful. And Hearn knew that his dude ain't have a shot.
Not at all. He knew he didn't have a shot. Every time he took a body shot, he looked to the corner.
And he was smiling at the press conference. He knew he got his bag. Let me get them. Like Ice Cube said, I ain't chasing bags. I need that envelope. When you get the envelope, you know it's big time money.
Yeah.
Let me get the envelope.
That was the easy one.
Here comes JaVale. JaVale, what's good, boy?
Hey, what's up, Hawk? How you doing, baby?
Man, I'm good, man. Pleasantries out the way. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, man, I wasn't calling to talk about my Wiz, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I mean, as far as the Wiz, I like Ariza. You know what I'm saying? And you know when he was with us 4 or 5 years ago, you know he was that D man who could guard the other team's best offensive player night in, night out. You know what I'm saying? And he could hit the three consistently, but he been down. I don't know if his game is declining or he just was on the worst team in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it was the talent around him or he's just on the decline. But I wanted to ask about this Murray thing, man, and I understand that the money in baseball is guaranteed and it's better than the NFL. But, for example, what if Murray is a AA player or AAA player at best, and after his first 2 or 3 years, he doesn't make it to the big leagues, and he decides, well, I want to go back and play football. If a team just takes, and I asked the first or second round, but what if a team takes him the 3rd, 4th, or 5th round and just keeps his rights?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And because I mean, I feel, I mean, stature and size and ability, I look at him, you know, as like most people do as Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Russell Wilson probably could have played in professional baseball by this point as well too. You know what I'm saying? But he decided to go, you know, to the NFL, and I think coming out of college, Murray obviously won the Heisman, and he's probably, you know, higher rated than Russell Wilson was coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, because they got it wrong on Russell. We all know that by now. They got it wrong on Russell, and I think what helps Murray is the Russell Wilsons of the world. But I also know when it comes to that process of the draft, of when they start poking and prodding, looking at all your film and breaking down your height, weight, and the dynamics and things like that, that's when we're going to start hearing a lot of negativity as far as the old school, you know, prototypical pocket passer, how tall, like Baker Mayfield caught it a little bit, but, you know, Baker was given a little bit of a pass. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Drew Brees went through it. And then Drew Brees really went through it, and he had to prove himself. Like, Drew Brees really had to prove himself because he was, you know, the diminutive guy. But I think the success of the sort of quarterbacks helped him. Yeah, but
that's the thing about Drew Brees, man. I was talking to my man the other day, man, and for real, everybody in Alabama probably needs to give the Dolphins the biggest thank you, because if the Dolphins weren't scared of Drew Brees' shoulder injury, Nick Saban would have probably still been in the NFL and had a couple championships with the Dolphins by now. You know what I'm saying? That was the only reason. That was the only reason the Dolphins didn't sign him and Nick Saban was let go with the Dolphins. He wanted Drew Brees.
Oh, look at you some inside intel.
You know what I'm saying? You give Nick Saban, what was that, like 10 years ago now, with Drew Brees, what he's done with Sean Payton? Man. The Dolphins might be like the Patriots right now in the AFC East, bruh.
Ooh.
Big claim. That's big claim.
Always start trouble.
That's big
Hey, I got this
claim,
question
man.
for y'all. Because this has been brought up a lot. Aaron just brought to my attention. Shout out to my man Aaron. Murray and his ability to do both. Do you think he could do both playing quarterback? Like Deion.
I think
Brian
it's
Jordan
different
did
at quarterback. It's different at quarterback than playing corner like Deion or running back like Bo, you know what I'm saying, or Jordan, you know what I'm saying, because the quarterback has to be, you know what I'm saying. It's about rhythm and timing with the quarterback. I think would be the hardest position that it would be to do both.
What if he was just a backup?
Oh, if he was a backup, definitely. If he was a backup, for sure. No question.
Okay. Go ahead, T. What you saying?
I mean, Russell Wilson did both. I
Yeah,
don't know.
Is
he still playing baseball? He stopped.
Nah. He stopped.
No, he's done, right? Yeah. So, I mean, he did both. I mean, so he could technically do both.
Just to see, like a filler type thing,
just to fill out which one be his best fit. That way he don't really lose out. You know what I'm saying? If something don't work out, or he get drafted into the wrong system in the league, in the NFL. But, baseball is baseball.
True. That's real.
I think he got a couple. I think he got a couple years. If he doesn't do or reach the level of baseball that he thinks that he's supposed to be at, I think he can always come back. Hell, you got to look at the Mets. The Mets trying their hardest to get Tim Tebow in the major leagues. Tim Tebow. They trying their hardest to get him in the major leagues, bro.
That's true. I mean, and that's a great point. I forgot about Tim Tebow. So just say if he do take that first round money or that second round money, give football a try for 3 or 4 years. With his cachet and his pedigree in baseball, he could probably go back. What did Drew Henson do? Did he go to the MLB first and then go play for the Cowboys? Did he do that too?
Baseball first. Yeah, he was in baseball first.
They said Russell Wilson is still with the Yankees. I guess they got his rights.
Okay.
Y'all ignore that.
Russell Wilson, he went to spring training last year for like 3 weeks with the Yankees.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he still, I mean, baseball you can play till you 40, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I guess what we were looking at as far as like when Deion played.
Right.
I guess when people always bring up Deion, they always say, one baseball game and then you played in the season at the same time.
But
I see what you guys
now,
are saying.
Man.
Yeah, y'all ignore that.
If you really think about it, Hawk, if you really think about it, bro, like what Bo Jackson did and accomplished to be an all-star at both levels.
Stop in like 60 seconds, and then once you call in, you on for the rest of the show. Yeah, call in. Say it again.
I said to think about what Bo Jackson accomplished as being an all-star in both baseball and football. That's Bo Jackson may be the greatest athlete ever, man. To be able to do that, and he was at the top of his game, and just to realize that he got hurt in his prime, like Bo Jackson would have been like, I mean, he would have been like Muhammad Ali status, bro, at this time, man.
My fault, man. I'm still here. I was talking to Darren, on Facebook, and I ain't wanted to go over the mic. But yeah, man. Hey, also, because we talked about Canelo, you think he ducking the Charlo brother?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Ducking, bro. He don't want that.
You don't want that smoke.
I mean, I don't think he can. At this point, I don't think he can fool with them. He need to leave them alone. But that fight the other night, they got to put somebody better in the ring with him. Like they might as well put me in the ring with him. He was horrible.
They basically just wanted to get him 2 more belts at 168. You know what I'm saying? Make a little history for Mexican fighters and things like that. But this next fight on Cinco de Mayo got to be a big time because, like I said, man, he signed 11 fight deal for $365 million minimum. So they paying him almost $40 million a fight after pay-per-view and a little kickback you get. And it's a lot of fighters that want that smoke. And Demetri Andrade want that smoke. Charlo brother want that smoke. Triple G want another fight with him. So that's 3. He still got 6 more after that.
I don't think he want to see Triple G anymore either.
Nah.
Honestly.
Hey Hawk, why they doing the twins so bad? They ain't paying them boys, man. They on regular ESPN boxing, bruh.
Yeah, they that's what the matter of fact, are they on ESPN or are they
It was either ESPN or Fox Sports. It's not a pay-per-view.
No, it's not pay-per-view, but they were PBC. They were Al Heyman though. They getting their money.
Okay.
They getting their money. One thing we know is they getting their money, but PBC got a nice deal with just cable networks, and they say the life of Oscar De La Hoya was on Hot 97. He said the life of pay-per-view is over because of the Zone and all these apps and stuff now on ESPN and NBC and Fox. Everybody just want the networks are buying the fights now, and so it just go ahead.
They just got to put out better product, man. If they gonna charge $75 for these fights, like you can't have a fight like the Canelo fight the other night. Like you can't put that trash out and expect somebody to pay that amount of money for that fight. You know
because real talk, Fury and Wilder was on pay-per-view. It did like $300K, and that's not good these days. Cause after you see the Floyds, after you see the Cottos and the Canelos and Pacquiao, like $300K just ain't gonna cut it today with the price of $80. And I won't pay no $80 for no damn Fury and no damn Wilder. I'm sorry.
No.
But the next fight gonna be more though.
They said 1.1 million people were illegally streaming. So
I did catch the Smack Volume 3 though. Somebody asked me that, did I catch the Smack Volume 3? I did catch that jank though for $50. Believe that. Now I pay $50 for some battle rap. Ain't that crazy? I pay $50 for the battle rap when I put on the damn boxer. Cause it's on demand. I could watch it over and over. I go right now and watch Rum Nitty damn near try to choke New Jersey Twerk because he said something about his mama. I could go back and watch that right now.
I mean, you paid for Floyd though.
I paid for Floyd. Now Floyd put on events. And I know I was getting 12 rounds too. I know I was getting 12 rounds. These other dudes, they might like Canelo and like Wilder. I was scared Wilder was gonna knock him out, so I was like, I need to go to somebody's house or somebody. I need to connect. But you know what I'm saying? While everybody was talking about Mike Tyson, I was like, shit, I ain't paying for no Mike Tyson fight. He knocking people out in 3 rounds. I want my money, bro. Give me 12.
Hey Hawk, did you watch the 42-1, the Tyson Douglas 30 for 30 last week?
Say it again.
Did you watch the 42-1?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I watched it. I enjoyed that.
I didn't know Douglas was decent before that. I thought he was like, I was a little younger, but I thought he just came out of nowhere. He was a decent fighter, yo.
Hey, I'm with you, JaVale, because I thought he was straight slaw. But when I saw that, I was like, damn, he was a height. He was kicking Tony Tucker ass.
Hell yeah.
My man said, you going to pay for the John Jones fight. Absolutely. I'm paying for Bones Jones. It's only a couple of dudes I pay for. I pay for Khabib and Conor. You got to sell the fight. You know what I'm saying? Fury and Wilder, I was just scared. I thought Fury, I know how Fury is, but I thought Wilder would catch him slipping, so I said, man, I need to connect for that fight. But, yeah, man. Shout out to Smack URL. I pay for their events, man. I like battle rap a lot, man. I just don't blog on just because I'm not an aficionado in bars, and I don't want nobody talking trash about me in the thread, in the comment section. But that New Jersey Twerk and that Rum Nitty, man, I don't know if they caught everybody on YouTube, got up there illegally, but if y'all can find that jank, y'all will not be disappointed. My God, that's a hell of a fire battle. Let me say a little quick trivia. Who is the only boxer to fight Ali and Tyson? That's Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes or Leon Spinks. And he said Leon. I say Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes beat Ali ass into retirement, then Tyson beat Larry Holmes ass into retirement. I think I got that one right, Aaron. beat the hell out of Larry Holmes, and Ali was probably like, "There you go, champ. He did the same thing to me." Man, Larry Holmes beat this shit out of Ali. Man, I felt bad, man. He kept looking at the ref like, "You gonna stop the fight?" He was like, keep fighting. We remember he dodged the draft. Rest in peace.
Hey, Hawk, I agree. I agree with what we talked about. I think I posted last week before last, about the Sugar Ray on Fox. I really probably would have gone with Floyd, but I think it would have been a hell of a fight if you could catch them at both 25, 30 years old, yo.
Oh my God, Sugar Ray nasty, dog. People think when I say I'm gonna pick Floyd that I'm disrespecting Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray nasty. I just know. I just seen Pretty Boy in action. I know Pretty Boy was a damn assassin, like a sharpshooter, but Sugar Ray was that deal. It's hard.
What was that? That Sugar and Hagler or Sugar Hearns? That was like the first pay-per-view I remember watching. I was probably like 6, 7 years old. That shit is classic, yo.
That probably was Hagler. I think Hearns fought on regular, but that might have been, that was probably Hagler. But even the first Sugar Ray Hearns fight, go watch that when he had to get up in Sugar Ray ass, like, dog, you about to lose this fight. You better come out there swinging. And he started taking it to Hearns.
Right.
See, I could only go with the fighter of my era, and I've seen so much of Floyd that it's hard for me to pick Sugar Ray over Floyd. But I'm not going to get mad at somebody that says Sugar Ray will win, because it's like I got too much respect for Sugar Ray. Same thing with Sweet Pea Whitaker. It's hard for me to pick that fight because those are my two favorite fighters, Sweet Pea and Floyd.
Yeah. All
right, Aaron, I'll holler at you. But, yeah, man. But all I wanted to do today was an hour show. We getting back into it, man. 5:30 going to be the time, 5:30 to 6:30. We getting this live jank back up and running so we can talk our talk. So let everybody know. New YouTube channel, so go search the Ball Hawk Show on YouTube because they got rid of the last channel for some reason. But I ain't mad. I'm just making another one. But we back up at it, man. Right. So let everybody know, 5:30. Go ahead.
Hey, Hawk, I do got a question, though.
All right.
Did you talk about Marcus Peters?
Yeah, I ain't talking about him running up in the stands though. I was gonna say that tomorrow with the real fun because we ain't got to break down too many games. But tomorrow we're gonna talk about all this smoke that's been happening this year with fans and players, KD, all that stuff.
Yeah, these boys got to start looking. They got to start looking up where these players from, man.
Hey, you ain't lying. My man said, "Hey, homie, where you from, homie?" Once I heard the "A homie," I said, "Yeah, you better leave him alone. Leave me alone."
Yeah, already. He's straight out of Oakland.
Hey, that's like my man Josh Johnson said. Hey, Slim, I was in the hood last week before I got that call.
Ooh, wait. Say it to him one more time. I was in the hood before I got that call, player. My man said, "What Cam going to do?" Hey, Tony, we're going to talk about Cam Newton. We're going to talk about all those hot topics tomorrow, man. Tomorrow's show, 5:30. I know it's going to be a lot of stuff people are going to talk about because you know how the call-in show is. It's different in type of characters. You can really vent on the show. So, appreciate everybody call today. My man JaVale made an appearance. This episode going to go viral yet again. But he ain't getting his bag. He was nice today. We know you got something up your sleeve, though. We know you got something up your sleeves, JaVale. You ain't fooling us, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it cool, man. I'm gonna keep it cool.
I'm gonna ask you about the Wahoos. How they moved up one without playing. How we moved up one without playing, but dropped one when we won two.
Yeah, because but I was upset at first last week, but then when Tennessee, you know what I'm saying, and Duke is Duke, so it is. But again, I told you at the end of last season. From now on, when it comes to basketball with my Hoos, I'm not speaking. I'm not talking until tournament time. Because every year from here on out, as long as Tony Bennett is the coach, it's Final Four or we had a bad year. That's how I'm going for as long as Tony Bennett there.
And that's how we're going to end the show, man. Hey, dog, I definitely appreciate you, fam. Make sure you call in anytime you see them up, dog.
Bet that. I'll get up ready for Charlotte next week, baby.
All right. I'll let you.
All right, baby.
And I ain't say Paul. I don't know if I can even say pause no more because of what happened to Kevin Hart. So you can't even say pause no more, okay? I said because I'll be up and, people be like, ew, dog, that sound nasty. You can't say pause. So, but that's what it is, man. You know the motto, good is the enemy of great. Be great in everything that you do. Appreciate everybody for calling in. Shout out to my sponsor, Aber Insurance, and make sure you go to sthujuice.com, get your Shut the Hell Up Juice apparel. And that's it, dog. We be back tomorrow. Holla at your boy. Let's end with a little bit of Meek Mill. All right?